Good. Suspended. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about suspended chords. This is another video in my structured practice series, which basically takes one concept, one chord, and goes through all 12 keys in an exhaustive manner. Basically, we don't miss anything. We're going to use the circle of fifths as a guide, and today we're talking about suspended chords, or Sus4 chords, or sus, like you'll see this written a few different ways on a chord chart, but basically it's taking a chord, and we're going to start with our major chord as always, and we're going to alter it by one note. Okay, so in this case, we're going to take a major chord, move the third of the chord up a half step. Okay, all of a sudden we get something that looks like this. It sounds like this, and it a lot of times will resolve back down to the major chord. Not every time, but sometimes you get this kind of sound where it will resolve back to the major chord. Sometimes thinking of a song that has a sound in it is a good way to remember a chord. So it kind of triggers a memory. So there's a song called "This Is the Air I Breathe." It's a classic worship song. This is the air I breathe. That's a suspended chord. Back to the major chord. This is the air I breathe. Right? So there you go. That's what a suspended chord sounds like. And it's also kind of the function of how it's used. So you could think of this, once you know your major chords, once again, you just move that half step up to the fourth scale degree. So it's basically the 1, the 4, and the 5 of the C scale. So that's another way to think about it. Okay, let's take this through all 12 keys. Let's go to the G chord. Okay, we got our G major chord. I hope you know this one by now. You're going to take the third and move up a half step, and you get that same sound. Okay, good. Let's do a D chord. We know how to make a D chord by now. Let's take that third and let's go up a half step. Just one variation, right, from the major chord. Good. Let's go to an A chord. There's our A chord. Take that third note and move it up. So you got 1, 4, and 5 of the A scale. Good. Let's go to an E chord. Here's our E. Take that third and go up a half step. And if you know anything about music theory, these suspended chords work great on your 1 chord and your 5 chord. So you'll see suspended chords a lot on your 1 chord and on your 5 chord. Not so much on your 4 chord, but sometimes, just not quite as often. How about the B chord? Let's go to your B chord. So we have B, D sharp, F sharp. So the D sharp is going to go up a half step. Okay. Good. Let's go to the next chord. F sharp. Here's our F sharp chord. The F sharp, or the A sharp, goes up a half step. Good. Let's go to a C sharp chord. So C sharp, the F is going to go up to F sharp. Right? Very good. Let's go to A flat. There's the A flat chord. There's our suspended, right? C goes up to D flat. It's the same sound that we're looking for though, so that's the key. How about E flat? G goes up to A flat, right? I hope you're getting it by now, right? Good. There's our E flat suspended. What about B flat? We know how to make the major chord, so we just do a variation. Third goes up to a 4. D goes up to E flat. And once again, if you kind of hold your hands in this, what we call like a root position shape, or the B flat position, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, each finger is designated to a single note, then you can actually use your 4th finger. So like fingers 1, 4, and 5 on notes 1, 4, and 5, or fingers 1, 3, and 5 on notes 1, 3, and 5, right? Or 1, 2, 5 for your add 2 chord. So like your fingers can kind of correspond with the notes, so that it makes it easy for you to play. How about F? Same thing, right? You could use your ring finger on that B flat for your F suspended chord, and then fingers 1, 3, and 5. It's just kind of like a good default rule of thumb, and then we're back to C. Okay, now it's time to use it with a metronome. Now, if this is valuable for you, I actually have a church piano 101 course where I take you from not knowing anything about the piano. So if you're at the beginning of your piano journey, this would be a great course for you to take, and it gets you all the way to possibly being able to play in church if you follow each lesson and learn all the things that we talk about in each lesson. It's 10 lessons that are about half an hour each, and it really gets you from not knowing anything to kind of getting to that point of being able to play in church, feeling confident enough to do that, if you take the amount of practice that's required, of course. That's linked below. You can check out the first lesson for free, and then after that, it's up to you if you want to continue on to buy it, if it's your learning style and all of that good stuff. But you can check out the first lesson completely free if you click the link below. But let's get into playing with a metronome through all 12 of these suspended 4 chords. All right, so we're going to start with C. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. We'll do the major chord first, and then we'll do the suspended chord. Let's go to F. Let's go to B flat. Major first, and then the suspended. This is a very common way to use these chords, so I'm trying to give you a little bit of context here. Let's go to E flat. Suspended. Good. How about A flat? It's good to practice these in time. Kind of builds your internal timing and your metronome and all that stuff. D flat. Let's go to G flat. Or F sharp, whichever you prefer. Let's go to B. Let's go to E. How about A? How about a D chord? Go to a G chord. Good. Suspended. And then that's it, right? Then back to C. If you'd like to download a free PDF that kind of just reiterates and explains how to build the suspended chords so that you don't forget, you can download that for free below. Check that link out. Otherwise, check out this next video, which takes you to the next step in your chord building journey. Maybe we're going to go into some 7 chords here pretty soon. So check out that video if you haven't checked out that yet. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.